Now, without further ado, the Pokemon Awards 2024.
Pokemon Awards, the show that celebrates everything this franchise and community had to offer over the last year. I'm your host, Ron Sroor, and thank you once again for tuning into this marvelous celebration. Last year's show was bigger than the first year, and it only gets grander, because for the first time ever, we've surpassed 10,000 votes for the upcoming winners.
Ooh.
I'm incredibly happy that we could produce another year's worth of awards to celebrate what was a relatively hopeful year for Pokemon. We saw the most extensive DLCs in the franchise and one of the most well-received announcements for any upcoming Pokemon game. Fans have only gotten wilder with their art, content, and creations, so there's a lot to honor, despite the lack of any new game this year. Now, a few months ago, I posted a survey on YouTube and Twitter, as well as asked a bunch of Pokemon creators to help me create nominees for 20 different categories, like Cutest Pokemon of the Year, Rising Poketuber of the Year, and Challenge Video of the Year. We basically found out which Pokemon, games, episodes, cards, characters, or videos were extremely relevant over the last year and confirmed our nominees. Then I released a final poll to decide the winners of each category. So thank you guys for voting, and thank you to all the wonderful creators who will help present the winners today. I want to stress that a Pokemon character or video wasn't nominated if they weren't relevant in any sort of Pokemon-related media over the 365 days between last year's show and this one. So we're looking at everything between March 2023 and March 2024, when the poll was sent out to you guys to vote on. Anything relevant after March will be counted for next year's show. But that can only happen if you leave a like, subscribe, and share this video with the world. With your polite feedback, I'm sure we can make next year's show even better. Make sure to stay till the end of the video where we announce categories you've all been waiting for, like the prestigious Pokemon of the Year. Let's begin our show with a fan favorite to introduce Video Game Character of the Year. Here's Loxton.
As each generation passes, Pokemon characters become more and more prominent. Gen 9's ever-expanding story has given us some of the most three-dimensional characters in the franchise. But will the new characters introduced in the DLC come out on top, or did fans gravitate to the cast of returning characters from the main story? The nominees for Video Game Character of the Year are Lacey, Kieran, Carmine, Drayton,
Ooh, he's good.
Perrin, Arvin, Nimona, Penny. And the video game...
Okay, so... yeah, I know Luxton too. So... this is a tough one between Arvin and Kieran. Because Arvin has been there since the beginning. He is my boy. He's the buff boy with mommy and daddy issues. And he can cook. Well, we haven't really seen him cook, but at the very least he knows how to make a sandwich. And then we have Kieran, who's the new boy with the DLC. And like, he's so precious. Like, in the first DLC, because we didn't know what the full story was going to be with his arc, just couldn't really tell. Like, I was so mad for him when his sister made us, like, ignore him or lie to him. And when the game made us ignore him and lie to him, it's just like, excuse me, I would like to tell him the truth, please. I would like to tell him the truth. But then as it goes on, and we see in the second DLC, like, how much he changed from that, like, traumatic experience. It's a good character arc. I just not sure how... I just don't think having the self-insert Scion protagonist be the one that got him to that point, I don't think that was a good choice. But I do love him. I tried to give him a shiny Applin in the trade that you do in the post-game of the post-game, but it wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me give my boy a shiny Applin! I am very upset with that. Very upset. In any case, it is definitely a close call. Both are good. But let's see what the final result is.
Game Character of the Year is... Kieran! Yes, and of course I looked into the etymology of all of these names, and Kieran is Gaelic in origin. The name means little dark one, or black-haired, both perfectly fitting of this young little black-haired boy that captured the oh-so-edgy hearts of the fandom.
To shine a light on this year's shiny Pokemon of the Year, give a warm
Yay! Kieran won! And that name does make sense, yeah. Yeah, I don't have much to say. I think I already said my piece. Alright, shiny Pokemon.
welcome to Patters.
Shiny Pokemon are the backbone of entire niches within our community. They are a beacon of individuality. Whatever that means, I don't know, I'm just reading the words that Ron wrote for me. I've spent countless hours of my life, alone, in my room, hunting for these alternately colored Ron, why are you making me read this out? What? Anyway, here are the nominees for Shiny Pokemon of the Year. Iron Leaves.
Ooh.
Dipplin. Caridon. Archaludon. Terapagos.
What's the difference?
Gouging Fire.
Oh.
And the shiny Pokemon.
Alright, so... Yes, he does deserve a W. His first W, finally! So, the shinies, let's see. Let's go back. Let's go through all the things. So,
Of the Year.
So we have Iron Leaves. It does the Future Paradox thing of going chrome, but it's silver and pink together.
Iron Leaves.
So, yeah, that's very
Dipplin.
nice. Yes, and Dipplin is very good. Same with Hydraplin. Its evolved form. It turns into a golden apple, which I feel like that's definitely peak, but I do prefer the Hydrapple being gold than the Dipplin being gold.
Caridon.
Ooh, yes, Koraidon is definitely a big win. Because it goes from, like, its red form to this really cool black dragon form. The only big downgrade is that you can't actually shiny hunt for it. And they haven't given it away yet. So you can't actually get it, so that's, like, a few points off for me.
Archaludon.
And these last two, Archaludon and Terapagos, I can't really tell the difference between Archaludon and with the shiny and its regular.
Terapagos.
And then Terapagos, I guess the eye turns to a slightly different color and the blues change. But I don't think that this footage of it being terrestrialized is a good example of what it looks like. Plus, I'm pretty sure it's also not available. So even if it looks cool, I can't have it. So yeah, mine is... Man, there are so many on this list that you just can't get. So by default, I'm going with Dipplin. But if I had to choose, like if I got to choose a nominee, it would be Hydrapple.
Gouging Fire.
Oh yeah, Gouging Fire. I guess that's also...
And
Oh,
the
well.
shiny Pokemon of the Year is... Caridon. Okay, I get it. It makes sense. Everybody likes a good black shiny. There was some fierce competition this year, but really, when you look at Caridon shiny form, you just think, wow.
Glad
I
to
really
see
wish we
Dipplin
could
got
get this
second.
somehow.
Let's appropriately follow that up with shiny reaction of the year, considering PM7.
Yeah, it's too shiny to tell what the shiny is actually supposed to look like. Which I think is, in some cases, worse than the subtle shinies. Like, if you can't actually see what the shiny looks like, then what's the point?
7 facilitated a bunch of this year's best shiny reactions. Say hi to John.
Shiny Pokemon are truly magical. The rarity of these incredible Pokemon has motivated countless fans to hunt for them in plenty of different games using a ton of different shiny hunting methods. Finding a shiny Pokemon is one of the most exciting things you can do in a Pokemon game, and what makes a truly special reaction can either be how long or difficult it was to find the shiny Pokemon, or just the general reaction itself and how excited the person was to find it. Here are the nominees for Shiny Reaction of the Year. Reversal's 4-year-long Shiny Feebas Hunt.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I
Oh my
love
god,
that.
he's here!
Oh, Torrapdos would be an amazing pink shiny. It would.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
HDV's full odd Shiny Poiple in only 11 encounters.
I see. Erica. No way! No way! No way! 11 encounters! Are you mad? Are you mad? Nah. There's no way.
Party Arlie's Shiny Heracross.
The plan is to stream on Thursday and Sunday. We'll see!
Okay,
That was a shiny female alpha Heracross! This ain't gonna
Ooh, that's a
catch, but we
lot.
could try.
nice.
Chem Nation's Shiny Kyurem.
One of these days, I'm gonna have a shiny reaction where I just don't react
Yeah,
to the
Feebas is
shiny
super
at
rare.
all.
So,
A few moments later.
yeah, I imagine it took a long time.
It's the shiny Kyurem on the screen! What the heck? I mean... Okay.
Scarecrow Sketch predicts Shiny Lugia.
No Boltund. No Crustle.
I watched this video when it
Persian.
came out.
Look at this pink Lugia.
Yes! 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 Let's go! Let's go! Yes!
Shepard 922's back-to-back full odd Shiny Torkoal and Numel in a row.
Oh,
Shiny Torkoal, let's go!
I know this video. I watched it
Oh, okay, hold on.
like months and months ago.
Lonely. Alright, let's get the 2 in a row. 2 shinies in a row.
Yeah. I wonder what the odds are for that.
Hoodlum Callum steals his wife's Shiny Mewtwo.
I got the shiny Mewtwo!
Did you really? No!
I watched this video too when it first came out.
No way! The first one you did!
Oh my god!
Since the beginning of the event, Okami Sky had been doing Dynamax adventures, hoping to get just one shiny legendary, and her husband got Shiny Mewtwo on his very first attempt. Hatters doesn't know what a shiny Remoraid looks like.
What does shiny Remoraid look like?
Several of these are coming from the PM7
Oh, I love
videos.
purple.
I feel like there's some bias
underscore
here. I
PTRs
feel like
at
there's some
shiny
bias.
Pokemon.
Yo,
Score
Traveler, thank you so much for the
PTRs
14
at
months.
Score
Oh, it's gonna say that so much.
PTRs at shiny Pokemon.
Oh my god, I got shiny Remoraid! I got shiny Remoraid! Woo!
Oh my god!
I didn't even realize!
Scorpy.
And the shiny reaction of the year.
Okay, so shiny reaction. So I saw most of these before. Like most if not all of them. And let's see. What one do I think deserves the win? Honestly, I think either the 4-year Feebas or the back-to-back shiny should win. Because 4-year Feebas is quite the journey, and it took a long ass time to get. And because of Feebas's like rarity, it's just an insane Pokemon to catch, and their reaction was really good and really hype. But also the back-to-back shiny one, I watched that months ago. And it was in an older game, so the odds are are higher, like 1 in 8,000 instead of 1 in 4,000.